guys. So for meal prep this week, I tried to use as many ingredients in common as possible. So for instance, I used peppers multiple times throughout the week. I used onions, caramelized onions throughout the week. I bought a big baguette of French bread and I used it to make multiple sandwiches throughout the week, and I froze the rest. I also used broccoli multiple times throughout the week and fruit. So there were many times where I was able to reuse ingredients and not just simply have the same thing every day or just have leftovers. So I didn't get bored, and I started out the week with, for Meatless Monday, I had veggie corn dogs, and for lunch that day, I made a turkey and apple butter sandwich. For Taco Tuesday, I had tacos for lunch and for dinner. For Wild Card Wednesday, I made Philly cheesesteaks and I had French dip for lunch. And for Travel Thursday, I made meatball sub, which I was able to have enough for lunch and dinner. And for F It Friday, I used the rest of that pasta sauce and those meatballs to make basically spaghetti and meatballs, but not with spaghetti. For Simple Saturday, I made chicken and rice and broccoli, and for Savory Sunday, I made homemade macaroni and cheese using the rest of that broccoli. So there were many times where I was able to reuse ingredients throughout the week while having very exciting meals and making it feel like I was eating something different every day, which I was basically, but I just wanted to keep things interesting while, reusing as many ingredients as possible. So I actually cut down quite a bit on my food waste this week. So for dinner tonight, we are having veggie corn dogs. Well, I do not go for normal hot dogs. I just don't really trust what's in them. Even if they're all beef, I just can't get with it. But I do love the veggie corn dogs because it is a nice alternative. And I'll probably serve this with a side of some honey mustard. But before I discovered these, I hadn't had hot dogs in probably, I don't know, 10 years. I have a side of nectarines and some really yummy Rainier cherries. Should be very good with this honey mustard. So for lunch tomorrow, I'm actually recreating a sandwich I had in a faraway travel destination. Say it with me, you guys. Moab, Utah. At the Moab Giants, which is a fossil park, and it's dinosaur themed, and they had a sandwich which has Swiss cheese, turkey, apple butter, arugula, and tomatoes. So I'm going without the arugula and tomatoes, mostly because I forgot, but I do have some really yummy apple butter on the toasted bun, and then I also have some really yummy honey turkey and some Gouda, and I also have a side of nectarines. I have a can of black beans here, and I have some oil in the pan. I'm just gonna sprinkle in some of this taco seasoning to basically make it taste just like ground beef in tacos. I actually stole this recipe from a arcade of all places. They have a $2 Taco Tuesday at Dorky's Arcade in Tacoma. Holla! And I actually asked them how they make it. So you just fry it up with a little bit of oil, and then you add the taco seasoning mix, and then you mash them to get a really nice texture. So this would also be really good with some onions or like some peppers and tomatoes in here. I made a few servings. Some of it's going in the freezer, but this is for me right now, and I have some lovely shredded cheese that I just melted on top, and then this is for lunch tomorrow. I actually made a bit of a taco bowl with it, but I put the toppings in here with some cheese on top, and I'm going to be putting some tomatoes and lettuce here, and then maybe some salsa on the side. So I'm going to start by making some caramelized onions. So I cut up some peppers to have with the steak. I made some peppery fries to go along with our sandwiches. Look at that beautiful au jus and that roast beef. And these peppers and caramelized onions and some cheese. I also put some of the caramelized onions on here for French dip tomorrow. So here I have both sandwiches, so for today and tomorrow. and this beautiful au jus, and my pepper fries. It'll be so yummy. And look, I have 2 fans already. You guys excited? Yeah, sorry, this isn't for puppies. I'm actually going to be making meatball subs. As you can see, I'm sauteing some right now, but they're actually meatless meatballs, so this should be a really fun alternative to meat. Oh, I hear puppies. Hi. So we have some marinara sauce with the meatballs. Here is that beautiful meatball sub, and as you can see, I cut them in half so they won't roll around. It's very yummy. For dinner tonight, well, that was rude. For dinner tonight, I'm having some spiral pasta. I cannot think of the name of it right now. Rotini? So last night I made meatball subs, and I had some extra meatballs and sauce left over from that, so I'm actually using them up tonight. And I just boiled up some rotini pasta and put some Parmesan on it, and I have some breadsticks in the freezer that I'm gonna heat up. So my first thought was to make spaghetti and meatballs, but it's a long story, but I don't eat spaghetti. I'll do any other kind of pasta, but it's just spaghetti I just cannot get with. When I was younger, one time my dad made dinner, and he made spaghetti and basically ketchup. With spaghetti and ketchup, I just have like nightmares of that to this day. So I still cannot eat spaghetti, even though that was like decades ago.
I'm using the, leftovers for lunch as well. So this is more like a snack versus a lunch. So it's interesting to kind of switch it up from the salads this week, although I kind of miss them. Is that lame? I don't know.
For simple Saturday, I made some steamed broccoli and rice, and this would be really good with some like grilled chicken or fish. Fun fact, I cannot make rice. I have tried so many times and I've failed so many times. It's so embarrassing. So if you see me make rice, it's probably from a box or a bag. On Savory Sunday, I decided to make homemade macaroni and cheese using my mom's recipe. So you start off by boiling some pasta, whatever you have on hand. You can use penne or shells or macaroni. I had rotini on hand, so I used that. From there, you make a basic roux, which is equal parts of a fat and equal parts flour. You whisk it together until smooth, and you warm it up with a liquid. In this case, it would be milk or cream. And then you add handfuls of the shredded cheese until it's melted. And my mom would also add very finely chopped onion and yellow mustard into this as well. And I used up the rest of the broccoli I had from the night before. So I hope I was able to inspire you this week with my meal prep, and thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.